Welcome to the examiner sessions. In this video we're going to look at common learner errors. For English level 1 and 2, there are external assessments for the reading and writing components. In these assessments we find that many learners have the underpinning skills to achieve. However, they lose crucial marks, making repeated mistakes throughout the assessment paper. All papers are marked by human examiners, and they've come together to identify the common failings that learners make during assessments. By identifying these errors with your learners, you can help them to eradicate and remove them from the final exam. Those crucial marks that can make the difference between achieving and not achieving. As well as these video modules, you can also read the Chief Examiner reports, which are released in January and August. These reports are available on the NCFE website. When marking a document of suitable length, then an expectation from examiners that appropriate paragraph format will be used. Learners can struggle with using paragraphs in documents. The common failing is that they don't break a document down in paragraphs, they just write a stream of words. There are several marks for structures in writing assessment, and these are easy marks to gain. To gain maximum marks for spelling, punctuation and grammar, learners need to produce a suitable amount of words. If they write too short a response, they will not be able to gain maximum marks. Learners should be advised for a minimum of 100 words at level 1, but ideally need to be aiming for 200 and 250 words. For level 2, it should be a minimum of 150 words, and again ideally we're looking about 250-300 words for this assignment. They need to ensure the response is appropriate to what the question is asking them. Learners sitting online assessment need to be made aware the system will not react like their normal computer, laptops and phones. This means things like capital letters and apostrophes will not be automatically corrected. This is a common problem with learners, and they need to know they are being tested on punctuation. Lowercase I is also a particular problem, and they need to know that they have to capitalise this letter. It's also a good time to remind learners that if they write their assessment in capital letters, they will not gain any spark marks. Many learners who are failing at borderline marks do not write in complete sentences. Instead, they'll use commas and don't demonstrate that they can write complex sentences at all. In some instances, those learners are falling below level 1 standards. Centres must teach sentence structure and how to write in accurate paragraphs. Remember that at level 2, we expect to see evidence that learners are capable of writing complex sentences. Again, learners are losing basic marks for structure. If they fail to structure a letter or an email or even an article or report over 2 tasks, they could lose up to 7 marks. That could mean the difference between passing and failing their assessment. Time management is crucial for learners. They need to allow 10 minutes for reading, planning and proofreading. This is followed by 25 minutes for each task. Having time to check their responses allows learners to identify potential mistakes that could cost marks, particularly around their structure. Learners often misunderstand or misread the question relating to source documents. What they often do is answer about the document content rather than explain the purpose of that document. Many wrong answers to these questions are completely incorrect. Learners need to have close and careful reading of the questions. Learners must then read the task with care to ensure that the answer provided answers the question set. Learners should be encouraged to try and answer all questions for the writing assessment. If they do not attempt 2 tasks, they will not be able to achieve. For reading assessment, it is always worth taking a guess rather than not attempt a question. Also, for reading assessments, explain to your learners they do not have to worry about spelling, punctuation and grammar. This won't be assessed by the examiner. However, it is important that their writing is clear and presentable. During reading assessment, learners will be required to read source documents provided with the paper. The purpose of these assessments is to test the reading skills. However, what we find is that learners disregard the document and state their own personal views. This is not what the examiners are looking for. They are looking to see that a learner can read the document and take information from it. Learners need to identify how much time to spend on questions. Often for a 1-mark question, learners will write several lines of text when a few words will be suitable. Likewise, questions worth 2 or more marks require a more detailed response, not just a 1-word answer. Some learners struggle with multiple choice questions. Instead of circling one of the options, they sometimes circle two answers. Even if one of them two answers is right, the examiner cannot apply marks to this. If there is only one mark available, the examiner will only be looking for one response. The majority of struggling learners fail to correctly identify features of presentations in the text. Presentation features may include images, bullet points, numbered lists, and so on. Often learners respond saying paragraphs are presentation features. They are not. They won't get marked for using paragraphs. Some learners need to understand issues around language and style. They need to understand terms such as bias, irony, sarcasm, and be able to identify these in text. Some learners also struggle with making inference.